Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Apologize about being a little bit late. I was doing some other stuff and lost a little bit of track of time. All right, so, man, well, there's a lot to catch up on, but we're just about ready to get started. So, Aaron Nola is on the bump, and he will be pitching for the Philadelphia Phillies tonight. He has a 1-2 record, he's pitched in 21 innings so far, a 5.91 ERA. And, well, the Phillies, they got shut out yesterday by the Colorado Rockies. Now they got to change the narrative today and take game 2 of this set. Oh, boy. Yeah. So, what a day, man. What a day. I've been doing a lot of stuff, and I apologize for being a little bit late. So, I started the countdown timer a little late, but it's all right. Profar will be leading things off, so let's talk about the starting lineups. As the first pitch to Profar is he shows bunt and decides to take it back. So it's Jurickson Profar, Chris Bryant, Charlie Blackmon, C.J. Cron, Ryan McMahon, Elias Diaz, Harold Castro, Jonathan Daza, and Alan Trejo. The 0-1 pitch. It's up high for a ball. So Profar this season batting .200. He has 2 homers and 5 RBI as well. After this at bat, we'll get the scoreboard running. The 1-1 pitch. That's up high for a ball as well. We were doing a Sixers cast yesterday. And that was a lot of fun. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball. Nice diving stop by Bryson Stott. Throw over the first is in time for the first out. There is out number 1. Nice play by Stott. I got a brand new scorebook here, man. That shout out to my dad. Shout out to my dad. I got a big scorebook here. G4. Well, maybe it would probably be easier if I had this out in front of me. Like that. There we go. This is really big. Here's Chris Bryant. Oh, dude, you're good. No worries. No worries at all, my guy. The 0-1 pitch to Bryant. Bryant will hit that one out to center field, and Marsh will slide and keep the ball in front of him. And, well, he tried to make a slide and catch, but he played it on a hop, and you don't usually see that too much. But Bryant gets on with a 1-out single. Oh, boy. So, once again, it's Jurickson Profar leading things off. He grounded out to second base. Chris Bryant then got on with a single. Charlie Blackmon is now due up, and he's the DH. Bryant is out in right field today. And C.J. Cron batting cleanup is over at first base. First pitch to Blackmon. He lifts that one high and deep to center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit right in front of Brandon Marsh. And he makes the underhanded throw to Trey Turner, and, well, it's a single by Charlie Blackmon. The first pitch. They were playing him very deep. They were playing him really deep, and so Marsh had to come in and try to make the catch, but he couldn't do that. So now you got 2 runners on the bases. C.J. Cron's coming up now. And the first pitch, swing and a miss. I'll get to that in a little bit. So Cron hit the 2-run home run last night to start things off for the Colorado Rockies. Bryant's over at second base. Over at first is Charlie Blackmon. Cron batting in the cleanup spot. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. So the first pitch was a fastball. The second pitch was a fastball by Nola. And he's already thrown 9 pitches so far. No balls, 2 strikes to C.J. Cron, who has a .258 batting average on the season. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. A 91-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball, and Cron goes down swinging, and there's now 2 outs in the top of the first inning. So that'll bring up Ryan McMahon. Batting on the left side. 2 outs now. Runners over at first and second, and the first pitch is inside and high. Ryan is batting .246 this season. He has 3 home runs and 9 RBI. He's looking to get his 10th. The 1-0 pitch. It's grounded over to the first base side, but it is foul. It is foul. Yeah, man, I'm with you. I think that the Phillies are going to win tonight. Every time that we've been coming on, like as of recently, they've been playing a lot better. So I'm taking that confidence. You know what I'm saying? I am taking that. Got to update the scoreboard. I'll do that after this inning. The 1-1 pitch is inside and low for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs in the top of the first. Runners at first and second. McMahon is up and he's ahead in the count. Nola gets the signs and the pitch. Swinging a high drive out to deep center field. That's going back to the warning track and it's gone. A 3-run bomb out to center field. And that makes it a 3-0 ball game in the top of the first. Just like that within the blink of an eye. A pitch that was right over the middle of the plate. And, well, McMahon certainly got his 10th, but not only his 10th, his 11th and 12th RBI on the season on that 3-run home run out to dead center field. So the Rockies strike first. Whoops. Why is this? I was really peeking, wasn't I? The next pitch. That's taken down first base line. Nope. I think that this is a good level. All right. I think that is a good level. Yep. Every time I see myself in the red, I just keep thinking, like, I think I'm a little bit too loud. But I don't think I am. If you guys think I am a little bit too loud, or if it's coming in too loud, please let me know. If it sounds like I'm distorted or something. All right. So the first pitch was fouled by Diaz. It was down the left field line. Diaz batting .339 this season. Nah, man, we can't. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It was a fastball down the middle. There's Bud Black, the manager for the Colorado Rockies. Nobody on, 2 outs in the top of the first. The 6th man to come up to the plate, Elias Diaz, is up, and the count is 0-2. And the pitch. Check swing, he went around, and that'll do it. But the Rockies strike first on a 3-run home run by Ryan McMahon out to dead center field, and, well, the Phillies are coming up to bat as they trail 3-0. Okay. All right, first off, let's update the score bug. I will turn this down a little bit. Okay. Let's update this guy. There we go. People can now see. All right. Before I get to your question, my guy, let's get through the Phillies starting lineup first because we're not going to have time to do this. All right, so we got Bryson Stott, we got Trey Turner. So Stott's over at second base, Turner's over at shortstop, Schwarber is batting third at the DH spot, Castellanos plays out in right field, Brandon Marsh out in center field batting fifth, JT Realmuto hitting sixth tonight, batting behind the plate. Alec Bohm is over at first, Jay Cave is batting eighth out in left field, and then batting ninth, Edmundo Sosa is back. So he according to Rob Thompson, heard on the radio today that he was available to pinch run last night. So he is back out there, and he is batting ninth tonight. And Aaron Nola, not off to a good start. But Noah Davis on the other end, he will be starting for the Colorado Rockies in tonight's game. And well, Noah Davis this season, he's went in 5 innings. He's allowed 3 hits. He does have 5 strikeouts, and he's walked 3 batters. So that's who the Phillies are going to have to be facing tonight. Phillies coming into today at 6-14, or at 8-12. My mistake, and the Rockies are coming in at 6-14. Oh boy. Yeah. So I'll get to your question during the next break. I promise. What the heck is going on with this group chat? All right. So stat comes up, and the first pitch is swung on and missed on the fastball. Stott batting .360 on the season. He has a .472 slugging percentage, 1 home run, 5 RBI. And the first pitch is on the inside corner, or the second pitch, I should say, is on the inside corner for a called strike. So Noah's 5 innings, that was on Sunday versus the Seattle Mariners. He had 98 pitches and 5 strikeouts. He winds up in the 0-2 pitch. Stott's going to ground this one over to first base. McMahon with the underhanded throw to Davis, and Davis wins the race to the bag. And there is the first out. I like this new scorebook. This is it's pretty spacious, not going to lie. It's a lot bigger, and you can actually put like both teams on the scorebook here. It's a lot bigger. You guys see it? Nope. All right. Well, here's Trey Turner. And Turner will lift this one out to center field. And there is out number 2, as making the catch out in center field is Jonathan Daza. Let me know if actually I'm saying his name correctly. If it's Jonathan Daza or Daza. If somebody can get me the phonetics on that, I would appreciate it. Here's Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber takes the first pitch up high for a ball. Whew. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. That's lined back up the middle for a base hit. And there's a 2-out single by Kyle Schwarber. Good piece of hitting by Schwarber. It was a fastball over the middle of the plate, and he stayed with it. Not too much movement on it. And that'll bring up Nick Castellanos now. He's batting .289 on the season, 11 RBI. He has a .408 slugging percentage. And pitch number 1 in this at-bat. Castellanos breaks his bat and will ground it over to second base. The throw over to shortstop to the bag is in plenty of time to get Schwarber out on the fielder's choice ground out, but that'll do it. No runs, 1 man left. And we go to the top of the second inning. Phillies down 3-0. Alrighty. Rockies got 2 in the first yesterday, and that was all they needed. Yep, that was it. Yep, I saw that. All right. So hi guys. I'm sorry I got off to a little bit of a late start with everything. I really do apologize. I been doing a lot of stuff today, and I lost track of my time, and yeah, that's what happens to the best of us. But for those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph, right? This is Play by Play with JJ, and well, what do we do here? Well, we cover the Phillies, we do the Sixers, and we do the Patriots games. We do play-by-play for all 3 of those teams. We also do podcasts for those 3 and for the Philadelphia Flyers as well. So, haven't really been putting out a whole lot of Flyers podcasts yet because obviously we've been so busy with the Sixers and with the Phillies, and plus I gotta make a podcast on the Patriots, man, for the NFL draft, not the NBA draft. But anyhow, so yeah, so if you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe as well. Hit the bell icon too, so that way you know when I upload. We'll be going live tomorrow for Game 4 of the first round of the NBA playoffs for the Sixers. The Sixers lead 3-0. And, that obviously takes priority over the Phillies right now at this time. And, but I wanted to be sure to come on here tonight and do another Phillies cast. So we do have some news, guys. I got somebody to help me make a Discord server. Got to give a shout out to my boy Gabe. And we have a Discord server now. So, not tonight, but pretty soon, probably on Sunday, I'm gonna try to get you guys on for some voice calls and stuff for post-game shows. How do you like the sound of that? I think that's gonna be awesome. I get to interact with you guys and just takes it to another level, All right, here we go. More on that after the break. Here is Harold Castro. The first pitch was on the outside corner. The second pitch was fouled off. So 7, 8, and 9 coming up to the plate for the Rockies. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch by Nola. Swing and a foul ball. It just fouled back towards home plate. Aiden, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming on here, my guy. I hope you're doing well, dude. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. That's taken a little bit up high and outside for a ball. So Castro, Daza, and Alan Trejo. 1-2 pitch. That is poked out to left field, right in front of J.K. for another base hit. And a leadoff single by Harold Castro to start off the second inning. He just had to take it the opposite way, and that's what he did. Hey, we need to pitch. We need to hit, but first of all, we got to get out of this inning, my guy. All right, so again, was anyone able to look up the phonetic of Jonathan Daza, or is it Daza? All right, Daza. I'm gonna say it like that right now. Please correct me if I'm wrong. A bunt at the first pitch, and it's foul. It's fouled back behind home plate. So 3 runs came across in the top of the first on a 3-run home run by Ryan McMahon. And now as we're in the second inning, Harold Castro's on at first base with a leadoff single. The 0-1 pitch by Nola. Over the middle of the plate for a called strike. So Aaron Nola already has 25 pitches, 2 strikeouts, but he's allowed 3 earned runs, thanks to the 3-run home run. The 0-2 the throwback over to first base is not in time. Certainly fooled me. The ball is 2 strikes to Daza. And the pitch. It's in the dirt and outside for a ball. So that'll make it a 1-2 count. Jonathan Daza has 17 hits this season. He's 29 years old, from Venezuela. And he stands at 6'2". 10 seconds left on the pitch clock for Nola. The windup and the pitch. There's a ground ball that goes over to shortstop to throw over the second. There's one to throw over to first. Is not in time. Daza just beat it out by half a step. So it's a fielder's choice ground out by Jonathan Daza. Was that a 6'4" fielder's choice? And there's one out in the top of the second inning. Let's see here. If you look at it, is he out? That's really close. I don't know. From this angle, it's tough because you can't tell if it's going to be in the glove or not. From that angle, actually, it looks like he's out. From this angle, it looks like that he is safe. That's interesting. They are going to review this. So Rob Thompson does challenge this. So if the call is overturned, it'll be a 6-4-3 double play. It's a tough call. Who's my favorite YouTuber? I love Philly Take with RB. I love DJ Eastwood for running back Philly, and I like Philly Mike and Hunter Brody and Mitchkovsky as well. Those are my 5. As far as Philly sports go, those are my favorites. Yeah. My favorite song. Imagine by John Lennon. That's my favorite song of all time. I'm old school, even though I'm 25. All right, so here comes Trejo as the call is overturned. Wow, how about that? That was a big one. So it's no balls and 2 strikes to Trejo. And the pitch by Nola. It's outside, so yeah, I didn't even see that they made the call. Sorry, my screen froze. One-two pitch. That's outside and low for a ball. Who's the Philly captain? 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Nola gets Trejo to strike out. And that'll do it. So the Phillies get Jonathan Daza to ground into a 6-4-3 double play. And then they got Alan Trejo to strike out. And now we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Phillies still trail 3-0. All right. Let's take a sip of this. Who's the Philly captain? You'll have to let me know who that is. Oh, man. A Philly is a YouTuber? I'll have to check him out. Philly captain. Let's do that right. Well, no, we'll do it after the game. Because I want to interact with you guys. Got 8 people on here. Okay. Man. What a day. I've been, I edited some highlights today. I'm happy that the Discord thing is done. So, for those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ, and we covered live play-by-play for the Phillies, the Sixers, the Patriots, and for the Flyers as well. We haven't done any Flyers play-by-play this year, but we do a Flyers podcast, and next year we're definitely going to try to do some more Flyers games. It's just really tough with the basketball season, but we'll definitely try to do it. I started this channel in December, so I wanted to just stick with the Sixers because they were doing really, really well. And so I decided to just stick with them and just stick with one and then finish out the Patriots season. And now it's a lot. Now this is like a full commitment, but I love doing this. First pitch to Brandon Marsh as he comes up. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Phillies. The first pitch was inside. Noah Davis out there for his second inning of work. The 1-0 pitch to Marsh. Marsh will ground this one over to first base. The throw over to the bag is just in time. Marsh was hustling down the line, and I thought that Noah Davis took his time a little bit, and all the Phillies, they get their first out of the second inning. Man. So Marsh goes back to the dugout, and JT Realmuto comes up now. Can the Phillies try to make a little bit of noise here? First pitch to JT, it's at the knees for a called strike, a 90-mile-per-hour cutter. Jake Cave waits on deck. He's out in left, or Alec Bohm waits on deck, I should say. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm looking at a new scorecard, and yeah, I even wrote Chris Bryant's name on the wrong line. I did. Wow. I just noticed that. Well, the 0-2 pitch. Wow. According to the home plate umpire, Alex Tossi, the pitch was a little bit off, but it clearly looked like it was a strike. So that makes it a 1-2 count. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the second. The Phillies trail 3-0. The 1-2 pitch up high and outside for ball 2. It was a cutter at 86 miles per hour. And the pitch. There's a ground ball over to third base. It's played on the hop by McMahon. The throw over to first is in plenty of time for the second out. So that'll go as a 5-3 ground out by Realmuto. Phillies have only gotten 1 hit so far. And, well, Rockies have 4. Bohm comes up. Bohm will take a look at the first pitch down the middle for a called strike. It was a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. The 0-1. Ground ball back up the middle. Nice play on the hop. The throw over to first is over the head of the first baseman. And it goes right into the dugout. And Alec Bohm's going to go over to second base. They're going to score that as an infield single by Bohm. But then an error by the second baseman. Doesn't he go over to second base? I thought he just went into the dugout. Yeah, he's going to go to second base. That's what Tom McCarthy says. They still say that he's over at first. Went right into the dugout. So that'll be an error on Alan Trejo. And now Bohm's at second base. Here's Jake Cave. The first pitch, it's a wild pitch, and it gets right past Elias Diaz. And Bohm will go over to third. So Bohm gets a 2-out single, and then he advances to second base on an E5, or on an E6, I should say, and then goes over to third base on a wild pitch. Cave comes up. It's a 1-0 count. Davis, 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, the windup and the pitch, and Cave will ground this one foul towards the first base side. Cave has lowered his batting average to 176 on the season. He has 1 home run, 6 RBI, a .275 slugging percentage. Bohm's over at third. The 1-1 up high for a ball. There's also maybe a little bit outside too. A pretty big crowd at Citizens Bank Park tonight on this beautiful, beautiful evening. 77. Not a cloud in the sky. The 2-1. It's fouled back towards the screen. Edmundo Sosa waits on deck. One of the big things that Jake Cave has done a pretty good job at lately is he has certainly tried to make some more contact with the baseball. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch. Inside for ball 3. A curveball at 79 miles per hour. A full count, 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. The Phillies looking for their first run of the game as they trail 3-0. Davis winds up, and the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on an inside slider. And that'll do it. No runs, 1 man stranded over at third base, and that's Alec Bohm. And we go to the top of the third inning. The Phillies still continue to have their runners in scoring position drought. Wow. Oh, boy. Bad swing. Yeah. Yep. How you guys doing? Happy that you guys are here. This is, it's been quite a day, you know. But it is good to see you guys, for sure. How many people we got on here? Oh, I thought that somebody sent that to me as a message. Ariel. What's up, Ariel? Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. How you doing? You having a good night so far? I really appreciate you stopping by. Philly's not having such a good night so far. What's going on with the Phils, man? Why are we having a hard time with runners in scoring position? JJ, first time here. I know. But I treat everybody as if they've been here for a while. Because, you know, you guys are like a family to me. You know? And I don't like to say I like to say we. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have something in common. We like the Phillies. We like baseball. We like sports. One of those things. It's Rob. From the Philippines, it's morning here. Oh, wow. Good morning. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike to Jurickson Profar. So Profar grounded out to second base on a nice diving stop by Bryson Stott. The 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball over to Stott again. This time he backhands it, and he'll throw over to first in plenty of time for out number 1 in the top of the third inning. So Stott has been getting a little bit of a workout over there. And Nola has now retired. He's retired 4 out of the last 6 hitters now. Thanks. No problem. You a baseball fan? Here's Chris Bryant. First pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. So Bryant singled back in the first inning and scored a run on the 3-run homer by Ryan McMahon. And that's how the Rockies have a 3-0 lead. The 0-1. Nice pitch by Nola. It was a cutter that was over the middle of the plate for a called strike. 36 pitches by Nola so far. He's allowed 3 earned runs. And hopefully that'll be it. The 0-2 pitch. There's a ground ball over to third base. Sosa fields on the hop. Throws over to first in time. Wow. That was a tough play as it was hit down towards the line. Sosa had to make a sidearm throw. Bud Black might want to challenge this to see if Alec Bohm's foot was on the bag. It wasn't the best throw by Sosa, but it was a tough play. He had to throw it while he was on the run, And Bohm thought that he had his foot on the bag for a split second and then just dove right forward. And I believe that he just had it on. But they might challenge this, and I think that they are. He may have come off ever so slightly. I don't know. From that angle, it looks like he was a little bit off. And they're going to review it. So right now they say that it's just a 5-3 putout, but that could change. I mean, within a split second, it looked like he was off the bag, maybe by a little bit. It was a good try, though, by Bohm, because the throw was really short, but Sosa still made a good play out of it. So, it was just a good all-around baseball play. Aaron has to do better. There's nothing else to be said about that, my guy. Nothing else to be said about that. All right, so they're still reviewing this. As of right now, there's nobody on, 2 outs, and the person that's due up will be Charlie Blackmon. But let's see, if we go to this angle here, that's not going to tell me if it... Okay, this one. Yep. His foot... I think his foot just got off. So let's see what they say. Nope, they're going to say that he was out. They're going to say that he was out and that the call does stand. That was really a tough play. And it was a tough challenge. And I can understand why Bud Black did that. So there's 2 outs. Good play by Sosa. And Bohm barely kept his foot on the bag. Whoops. And Blackmon will line the first pitch over to Alec Bohm for out number 3. It was a little poke that was over towards Bohm, and Bohm did make a little bit of a leap and catch, and there's the third and final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Colorado Rockies. And we go to the bottom of the third as the Phillies trail 3-0. Good. And L3. Bro, for some reason, Charlie Blackmon just, rakes off the Phillies. I don't understand why. Oh, boy. Yeah, so for those of you that don't know me, right, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. If you enjoy my Phillies casts, make sure you make sure you subscribe. We're on here for as many Phillies games as we possibly can. We've been doing the Phillies and the Sixers as of right now. That's been really keeping us busy. The Sixers have been on their playoff run, and we'll be back at it tomorrow afternoon. So we will not be doing the Phillies game tomorrow afternoon, but we will be back on Sunday for the Phillies game. So, but yeah, so I just got a Discord channel, and I'm not going to be using it tonight, but for the first time tomorrow, and we'll start in tomorrow, we're going to be opening up the phone line. So for those of you that have been on here for a little bit of time, we just added the Discord channel, and I want to try to implement that a little bit more because I want to interact with you guys, and I'd like to try to get you on for a post-game show, also during the halftime show for the NBA, if you want. Well, yeah, I am going to try to get you on during halftime too. And then for baseball eventually, I haven't necessarily decided yet, but I might try to get somebody on for an inning. I haven't decided that yet, though. But definitely for the post-game shows. And, yeah, excited. Putting in some more work, man. Bottom of the third we go. Sosa comes up. It's 9-1-2 for the Phillies. Sosa batting .344 this season, 2 homers and 5 RBI. First pitch was down low. The second pitch, that's on the outside corner for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sosa. Phillies trail 3-0. Sosa coming back off the injured list. The 1-1. Outside and low for a ball. Sosa, before he got injured, was hitting the ball pretty well. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Just a little bit off the plate as it was outside for a ball. Stott waits on deck as we'll flip the lineup card. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock in the 3-1. That's fouled back towards the screen. And it's a full count now. So the Phillies, they got shut out yesterday. And they haven't scored a run in over 11 innings. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And that'll go down as a strikeout as Sosa goes chasing after the slider. So back-to-back Ks for Noah Davis. I appreciate that, Ariel. Yeah, man. Just putting out content here for you guys, and, I want to make this interactive. One ball, no strikes to Bryson Stott as he comes up to the plate. He grounded out to second base in his first at-bat. Davis winds up and the 1-0 delivery. That's fouled back right behind the net. One ball, 1 strike to Bryson Stott, who has 32 hits on the season. And he was trying to look for his 33rd, but it just went foul. Stott also is tied for first on the team in total bases. He's tied with Brandon Marsh in that category with 42. The 1-2. Ground ball over to first base, and taking it right over to the bag is C.J. Cron for out number 2. He was in no particular hurry and just tapped right on the bag for the second out. A big crowd at Citizens Bank Park on this beautiful Friday evening. Turner will step into the batter's box for the Fightins. And the first pitch, swing and a miss on a slider that was outside. Davis has 33 pitches so far. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the pitch. Turner will ground this one foul towards the third base side. So Turner's 0 for 1. He flew out to center field. Thanks, my guy. What's up? What's up, my guy? The 0-2 pitch. There's a ground ball over to shortstop. The backhand throw over to first base is not in time, and Trey Turner beats it out on an infield single. Alan Trejo did a good job at throwing on the run, but Trey Turner, with his speed, he just beat it out. And that's back-to-back innings where the Phillies have had a 2-out infield single. But Trejo did not make a throwing error that time. He did in the first. Roger Rano, thanks for coming on, my guy. I appreciate it. See, this is what I'm happy that we grew. Here's Kyle Schwarber. First pitch is on the inside corner, a 95-mile-per-hour fastball for a called strike. Can the Phillies capitalize here? Schwarber singled back in the first. Turner leads off at first. And they trail 3-0. The 0-1 pitch. Just a little bit off the plate. A slider that was outside for a ball. Yeah, man, I've been following your content too. You've been posting out some good stuff. Seriously. The 1-1. And Schwarber takes it on the inside corner for a called strike, according to Alex Tossi. Tony Randazzo, the first base umpire. Todd Tishner over at second base, and Brian Knight over at third. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Schwarber, 2 outs, and the pitch. On the inside corner, called strike 3, and Kyle Schwarber gets a backwards K. No runs, 1 man left again, and we go to the top of the 4th. The Phillies trail 3-0. Wow. Man. So the goal is to get to 250 by the end of tonight, and I think that we could do it. We did not reach our goal at hitting 250 last night for the Sixers, but yeah, man. So, Rise and Rhino, you know what you should do, man? You should join the Discord server. So, I didn't mention this. I'm sorry. So I created the new Discord server, right? I posted it in the announcements, and I also have it posted in the description down below. And so we're going to try to get you guys on for post-game shows, and I want to make sure that we can try to do some more interaction, you know? I want to hear what your thoughts are on the Sixers, on the Phillies, on the Flyers, and on the Patriots. And so, every time we're going live for a post-game pod, or if we're doing a halftime show or something like that, I want to get you guys to come on. So make sure that you join the Discord server. It's in the link down below in the description area. And, I'm excited about that. We're going to start implementing it tomorrow, not tonight. We will be doing it tomorrow. So we can't give run support. But you know what you can give? You can give me support. For those of you that are new to my channel, you can support. You know how you can support me? By subscribing to Play by Play with JJ. So the Phillies can't get run support, but maybe they can get run support if you guys subscribe to my channel. See what I'm saying? I try. I do try. I like to show off my sense of humor. Nola's going to go back out there for his fourth inning of work. The only thing he allowed so far was the 3-run home run back in the first. Get him to 300. Oh, 250 would be fine for me by the end of today, but I appreciate it. They didn't get any last night. I was a little surprised. First pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Oh, you're 5 away from 300? Bro, I don't know if I'm going to catch you, my guy. I think you're going to beat me. The 0-1. Outside and low for a ball. There's C.J. Cron, who played for the Angels for many years. And then he had a really good first half of last season. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. A cutter at 86 miles per hour. And that makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. JT with the signs and the 1-2 pitch. Outside and low. They say that it was a cutter, but it kind of looked a little bit like a slider to me. McMahon, who had the 3-run home run back in the first, is on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. There's a high fly ball out to deep center field, and Marsh gets underneath it, takes a couple of steps towards the warning track, and he'll make the catch. For the first out, 1 away in the top of the 4th. Good pitch by Nola, too. He went with an inside pitch and dared Cron to try to drill a fastball and beat him to it. McMahon steps into the batter's box, and the first pitch is outside and low. So the Phillies are in their regular pinstripes, and the Rockies, well, they're in their gray and purple uniforms. The 1-0 pitch, up high and outside for ball 2. This has to be a sold-out crowd at the Philadelphia or at Citizens Bank Park. Nobody on. 1 out in the top of the 4th. And the pitch. That's up high for a ball. McMahon. Thank you. Thank you. And again, wait. While we're on phonetics, is it Daza or Daza? McMahon takes the next pitch up high and outside for a ball. See, whenever I would do a broadcast, like I would actually like look things over. But today I just got so caught up doing other stuff, and this isn't like for a radio station. This is just for fun. The 3-1 pitch outside and high for a ball 4, and McMahon gets on with the walk. So that's the second time he has gotten on base today. So yeah, is it Jonathan Daza or Jonathan Daza? I'll see if I can find out. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Ugh. Elias Diaz comes up. 2 homers, 11 RBI on the season for him as the catcher for the Rocks. First pitch, check swing. Did he go? The first base umpire, Tony Randazzo, says that he did not. So they appeal no swing, and Nola getting ready to throw his 50th pitch. Five seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-0. It's taken as a knuckle curve that was just on the upper third part of the strike zone. It's nice when he throws those curveballs and they have a lot of movement. Two seconds left on the pitch clock. The throw back over to first base is not in time. Ugh. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Diaz, did they appeal? They do, and they say no swing on the slider. Slider was inside and low. I gotta get some ice in my water. I think that once this inning is done, we're gonna take a quick step off. 2 seconds left on the clock. And the 2-1 pitch. That's fouled back towards the screen. And it is like a zoo at Citizens Bank Park tonight. Fans got to get what they paid for, though. Phillies have to capitalize on their end. They really, really do. Because they know how good this team is. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch to Diaz. That's popped up towards the infield. Bohm says he has it, and he makes the catch with the glove for out number 2. So Elias Diaz, who struck out in his first at-bat, just popped out over to first base. Rockies had 15 strikeouts last night. Oof. It's Daza. Okay. That's what I thought. Here's Harold Castro. Jonathan Daza waits on deck. In the first pitch. On the outside corner for a called strike. 54 pitches by Nola. He has 3 strikeouts. He's only allowed 1 walk. Throw back over to first base, and they're going to get the runner in a run down here. And Stott's going to tag McMahon out at second base, and that'll do it. So no runs, 1 man left. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning as the Phillies still trail 3-0. So McMahon gets caught stealing. All right. Let me go get some water. I'll be right back in just a few moments. Alrighty. Here we go. Sorry about that. So it's a 1-1 count to Nick Castellanos. I'm Jason Joseph. This is play-by-play with JJ. And, so it's 1-1 to Nick Castellanos, the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be skied out to right field in foul territory. And Crone cannot get there in time as it hits the backstop towards the first base side. So that makes it a 1-2 count. All right. Ooh, I needed some water. I did. Davis still out there on the bump for the Rockies. The 1-2 pitch. There's a ground ball over to third base, and it's bobbled by McMahon. And that's going to go down as an error. So McMahon got, even though he hit a 3-run home run, well, he got caught into a pickle. And then he just committed an error over at third base. That'll go down as an E5. And that's how we start off the fourth inning. Lots of fans cheering tonight here in Philadelphia. Even though they haven't scored a run in quite some time. First pitch to Marsh. He shows bunt, takes it back, but it's called a strike anyways. Marsh grounded out in the second inning. Castellanos takes the lead off at first base. He just got on with an E5. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock and the 0-1 pitch. That's fouled back towards the screen. Marsh has 21 hits and 59 at-bats. He's actually fourth on this team in runs scored with 11. Turner and Castellanos are tied for first at 15. The 0-2 pitch. There's a ground ball right through the hole into right field. Castellanos will be rounding second base, and he will stay put over there. And Marsh gets on with a single. An E5 as Castellanos got aboard to start off the inning, and Marsh is now over at first base with a single and still nobody out. And that'll bring the tying run up to the plate. Good piece of hitting by Brandon Marsh as he got it right through the hole. And here's JT Realmuto. Can the Phillies put an end to this curse now? Castellanos leads off at second. Davis with the windup in the pitch. It's on the outside corner for a called strike. JT is certainly due for a big base hit. He's 0 for 1 today. Grounded into a 5-3 putout. The 0-1. Just on the outside, or just off the outside part of the plate for a ball. Beg your pardon. Lots of people standing out in dead center field. The 1-1 pitch. It's fouled back towards the screen. I feel you on that. I was thinking the same thing. I was literally thinking the same thing. So Davis has 35 strikes, 14 balls on 49 total pitches. Honestly, with the way that they're playing him in the outfield, it could be plausible if he is in the right spot. The 1-2 pitch. Way up high for a ball, and it actually ended up hitting JT. It just got a piece of his wrist. And now Bud Black might want to challenge this. He is in awe. He's going out there. And I think he's going to talk to the home plate umpire about this. That is wild. There's still nobody out and the bases are loaded for the Phillies. So an E5, a single. I don't know if it got JT. He did squint, though. They cannot look at it. It may have got a little bit of his elbow. Yeah, Bud Black is not happy about this. That's why he's trying to talk to the home plate umpire. So JT gets on. Bud Black still having some words with the home plate umpire. Saying, I can't review this. They did use the challenge earlier, but remember that was unsuccessful for the Rockies. Bohm will nonetheless come up with the bases loaded as Bud Black is still trying to talk things over with Alex Tossi. Tossi has not tossed him out yet. And now he gets tossed. And now Bud Black is getting very heated. And the fans are clapping. Bud Black is just still firing at him. And now he goes back over towards the dugout. Still having some words. My goodness. So Alex Tossi just tossed Bud Black. There's still nobody out, so back to the game as we go. So JT Realmuto just got hit by a pitch, and I think it actually did end up hitting his elbow. Maybe a little bit. He did squint, but bases are loaded. Nobody out. The Phillies have to capitalize on this. Boom. First pitch way up high and inside. So Castellanos got on with an E5. Marsh got on with a single. Realmuto got hit by a pitch. And there's still nobody out. The Phillies trail 3-0 thanks to a home run by Ryan McMahon in the first. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider that was outside and low. Bohm has not had a grand slam just yet, but he has batted with the bases loaded 29 times throughout his career. 1 ball, 1 strike, 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-1 pitch. That's fouled back towards the first base side, and it goes right over the net. Bohm did get an infield single back in the second inning and then went to second base on the E6. And then he was stranded over at third base. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Davis gets set, kicks, deals, and the 1-2 pitch is lined out to right field, but it hooks foul. Bohm trying to be aggressive and keep himself alive at the plate. That's what he's really trying to do here. Marsh over at second. He takes a lead off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bohm. And the pitch. Swinging a line drive over to second base, and it was caught. And as the second baseman went back over to the bag, thankfully Marsh didn't have that big of a lead, and that was a big out. Harold Castro was able to make the catch over at second base. They must have just put Profar out there in left field. Here comes Jake Cave. 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Base is still loaded. Then the first pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider. Cave did strike out back in the second inning and was the one of 2, strikeout victims. Base is loaded for the Phillies. They haven't scored as of yet in this series so far. The 0-1. They're going to say that the pitcher balked. He took a step towards home plate and then looked back over to the base, and that'll bring in a run. That's one way to get yourself on the board, and now everybody moves up a base. Castellanos comes in to score, and now we have runners at second and third. Good job by Castellanos. That's another time that he's done that this season where he has gotten a pitcher to just look over at third base. Nobody was covering the bag. He was about halfway between third base and home plate, and he caught him. Good job by Castellanos. It's a 3-1 game on the balk by Davis. And now time is called on the mound. How about that? So Castellanos, who started the inning by getting off with an E5, he came in to score. And now a swing of the bat, a base hit, basically could tie the game up. No balls, one strike to Jake Cave. The double play depth is also off too. The 0-1 pitch. That's outside and low for a ball. A slider at 81 miles per hour. Jake Cave has not been the best hitter with runners in scoring position this season. But even a deep fly ball could give the Phillies a 3-2 deficit now. The 1-1 in the dirt for a ball. Edmundo Sosa waits on deck. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jake Cave. Runners at second and third. Marsh over at third base. And over at second is JT Realmuto. The 2-1 on the outside corner, taken all the way. A slider at 84 miles per hour, and it's a 2-2 count now. Sosa waits on deck. This crowd is waiting to erupt. The Phillies just got their first run of the series. The 2-2 pitch. Swinging a foul ball towards the first base side, and it goes out of play. So Cave trying to do everything that he can to keep himself alive. He's playing out in left field tonight. He has 6 RBI on the season. Third base is wide open. The 2-2 delivery. That's poked, and it's fouled towards the third base side. A good defensive swing by Jake Cave as he tried to go the other way. 22 pitches in this inning by Noah Davis. 6 balls and 16 strikes. Davis gets set, kicks, steals, and the 2-2 pitch. There's a little high hopper over to third base. This is going to be an infield RBI single. McMahon can't do anything about it. Marsh comes in to score, and JT stays put over at second base. And the Phillies, well, they're coming back in this one as they now trail 3-2. A little bit of some small ball action. How do you like that? I said the third base was wide open, and McMahon had to run a long way to just go get to the ball. And a good hustle by Brandon Marsh. So there's runners at first and second. JT just stayed put over there. And Cave is now over at first. Here's Sosa. This is his second at-bat since he came off the injured list. There's a high fly ball out to deep right center field, and making the catch, just having a little bit of room, is Daza. Wow, that was just hit towards the right center field warning track, and man, Edmundo Sosa just missed a home run, and he knew it. So it's a fly out, and, well, everybody still claps along for him, and he gives them a little salute. He tips his cap. Wow. So it's 3-2. Throw back over to second base as the camera just went back over there to get to JT. Was not in time. Oh my goodness. All right, so now Bryson Stott comes back up. He is the 7th man to bat in this inning. Runners over at first and second. 2 outs now. The Phillies trail 3-2 in the bottom of the 4th. And the first pitch to Stott, it's just, it's on the outside corner according to Alex Stassi. So Stott is grounded out twice. He's 0 for 2. Realmuto takes a lead off at second base. He's representing the tying run. Davis looks back, and the 0-1 pitch. That is outside and low for a ball. A big crowd tonight at Citizens Bank Ballpark. It's sold out. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-1 pitch. And Stott lines that one just foul. Down the right field line. Somebody almost caught that. That'll make it a 1-2 count. So the Phillies have scored 2 runs thanks to a balk by Davis and an RBI infield single by Cave. The 1-2 pitch to Stott. It's laid off and outside for a ball. A changeup at 85 miles per hour. Stott batting .273 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position this season. He also has 3 RBI. Can he get his 4th here? 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch. Stott fouls that one back towards the third base side, and it goes into the stands. Lots of drama in this inning by the Phillies. They got off to a very slow start. The last 2-out RBI was on April 19th at the White Sox. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 2-2 pitch. Up high and outside for ball 3. Stott, one of the best 2-strike hitters in the league, as he battles and grinds out at-bats. 30 pitches in this inning so far by Davis. Big payoff pitch coming up. Here it is. And Stott will lift that one high and deep, but it's just foul again. Towards the left field side. 7 pitches in this at-bat. Davis with 80 pitches so far. 70 pitches, I should say. Three balls, 2 strikes to Stott. Runners over at first and second. And the payoff pitch. It's just fouled. Oh, no, they're going to say that he went swinging after it. And that'll do it. I thought that maybe he just got a piece of it and there was a foul ball, but nope. He swung on and missed at it, and first base was wide open, and Stott is retired. So Phillies still trail 3-2, but they end up getting 2 runs back thanks to a balk and an RBI infield single by Jake Cave. We go to the top of the 5th. The Phillies trail 3-2. Ooh, man. So Stott goes down swinging. There we go. June, what's going on? Thanks for coming on here. Man, you just caught the heat of the moment of some drama. What's going on? Man, that was a lot of drama. Good inning? We got lucky. Take a breather. Yeah, we had a lot of drama there, so, everybody was in tune with it, so. But yeah, man, thanks for coming on here. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell icon too, so that way you know when I upload. For those of you that are actually just coming on here for the first time, and if you have been subscribed to my channel, really just for everybody, we have a Discord server now. So if you go into the description down below, you should see a link there for joining the Discord server. And starting tomorrow, I'm going to be, during my post-game shows for the Sixers, I'm going to actually try to get you guys on, because I want to hear what you guys have to say, not just about the Sixers, but tomorrow will just be for Sixers, but we're going to be doing it for Phillies, and we're going to be doing it for Patriots and for all the live games that we do too. So, yeah, man. Look, I'm sorry to hear that, my guy. I haven't seen you on here in a while. I'm sorry about that, dude. I tuned into you to hear the end of the Sixers game and learn that the NBA has replay challenges. Yes, they do. Daza, yeah. We got 26 people on here? Holy shit. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah. Yeah, they have replay review challenges. And if you lose a challenge, obviously, then you lose a timeout. Yep. Man, we got a lot of people on here now. Phillies trail 3-2 as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Nola's still out there, and he'll go back out there for his 5th inning of work. Castro, who singled back in the 2nd inning, is up. In the first pitch, he takes a look for a strike. The 0-1 by Nola. Just a little bit up high for a ball. Four-seam fastball at 90 miles per hour. On fouls, it's on fouls. It's on out of bounds plays. Yeah. The 1-1 pitch. Swinging a foul tip into the glove for strike 2. That's what happens when the Phillies do good, my guy. The 1-2 delivery. There's a ground ball that's over to second base, and Stott actually ends up getting it. Wow. So he ended up catching it for the out. I thought it was a ground ball, but it just landed into the hands of Bryson Stott, and he's yelling, ow. In a good way. So, but yeah, so that's going to go as an L4. I thought it got the ground, but nope. He caught it. We're in the top of the 5th inning. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ for those of you that are new to my channel. As always, don't feel free to like, feel free to subscribe as well. Jonathan Daza, correct? Is that correct? Daza. The 0-1 pitch. There's a little blooper over towards the right field side, and Stott gets right underneath it, and he'll make the catch for the second out. A not-so-easy play by Bryson Stott as he had to turn over his left shoulder, and he just got underneath it. And there's 2 away. So that goes as a pop out over towards the second base side. And now Alan Trejo comes up. Nobody on, 2 outs in the top of the 5th. The first pitch, it is just taken on the upper third part of the strike zone for a called strike. It looked like it was high, but not according to Alex Tossi, the home plate umpire. The 0-1. There's a line drive that's foul towards the left field side, and it goes out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Nobody on. Trejo struck out back in the 2nd inning. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 0-2 pitch by Nola. It's outside and low. The knuckle curve went right into the dirt. And it's a 1-2 count now. On deck is Jurickson Profar. Big crowd at Citizens Bank Park. Have some rally towels, too. The 1-2 pitch. That's just fouled back towards the screen. And Trejo stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Trejo. And JT is going to give Nola a brand new baseball here. So Bud Black got ejected. We had already 2 challenges, 1 per team. The 1-2 pitch by Nola. There's a ground ball over to third base. This is going to be a tough play for Sosa. He fields on the hop, throws over to first, in time for out number 3. Great play by Edmundo Sosa. And the Phillies defense helps Aaron Nola out in this inning. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. 1, 2, 3. Go the Rockies. And Turner, Schwarber, Castellanos coming up for the Fightins in the bottom of the 5th inning when we return. All right, so who just got out? Alan Trejo just grounded out to third, a 5-3. Nice. Oh, my goodness. Like to see Nola go at least 6 innings. I would like to see him go 6 innings, too. I think that would be great. I think that would be, I think that's also reasonable, too. The only thing he gave up was the 3-run home run. Max T. Oh, my cousin Max. What's up? I didn't get a notification, so I had no idea. So, yeah. Sometimes I get them, and other times I don't. I didn't get it because it wasn't public. So, but that's cool. Tell Max I said hi. I owe him a visit. I do owe the cousins a visit. I hope all is well, Max. I really do. We got to catch up soon. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. The Sixers game and learned that the NBA is replay. Yeah, so you can challenge foul calls. You can challenge if a ball or who last touched the basketball if it goes out of bounds. You can also challenge goaltending apparently as well. And yeah, pretty much like almost anything. That's what you can challenge. It's crazy. Yeah. Makes the game longer though. And then plus you still have the 2-minute reviews as well if the refs decide to review something. So makes the game a little bit more dramatic. Here's Trey Turner coming up for the Phillies. So they did not make any noise throughout the first 13 innings of this series. Turner's 1 for 2 as he singled back in the third inning. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. So Davis has 73 pitches. Brent Suter is warming up in the bullpen for the Rockies. The 0-2. Way outside. And honestly, a good job by Elias Diaz to get right in front of it as he was able to slide his feet over towards his right side. 74 pitches by Davis, 65 by Nola. But Nola has went 5 innings. The 1-2 pitch, way outside again, and well, Davis has certainly been losing his velocity. Schwarber waits on deck. He's 1 for 2 on the day. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. And the 2-2, way outside again. And, man, that's the third straight time that either Davis was going to a slider or a changeup, and it was way outside. So it was an 0-2 count, is now a full count to Trey Turner. Diaz telling Davis to calm down here. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, though. He has to try to get the windup off pretty soon, and he does. The 3-2 pitch. And Turner just swung at ball 4, but he stays alive. The pitch was way outside, and Turner was lucky that he got a piece of it. Turner had the infield single back in the third inning. The payoff pitch. Another pitch that was up high, and Turner fouls it right back towards the screen. Trey Turner does have 20 strikeouts on the season, but he has 4 stolen bases, and he has taken 38 total bases. Payoff pitch. Another pitch that was inside, and Turner fouls it back towards the left field side. The ball girl gets right over to it, and she gives it right over to a fan. 4 foul balls in this at-bat, and the 9th pitch coming up. Here it is. Swinging a ground ball that's also foul towards the third base side. And Dusty Wathan gets over to it. The third base coach for the Phillies. And another fan gets a little souvenir. How do you like that? The payoff pitch. That's foul towards the right field side. Turner was shying away because he didn't want anyone to get hit by it, but what a catch that was by the fan out in right field. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the payoff pitch. Another foul ball. 6 straight foul balls by Trey Turner, and he stays alive again. And Davis literally just said, damn. Davis will go back at it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch to Turner. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and well, it was a grind. And Davis ended up winning the battle as that's his 5th strikeout on the day. Turner got fooled on the curveball and swung just a little bit early. I mean, the pitch was in the strike zone, so he had to swing at it regardless and just could not catch up to it. So there's 1 away in the bottom of the 5th. Schwarber comes on. He's representing the tying run here. And the first pitch, inside and low for a ball. This is a 4-game series between the Rockies and the Phillies. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss on the changeup at 86 miles per hour. Schwarber thought he was going to get a fastball, and now, well, he calls for time here as he was very early on that swing. June has certainly been his month. He's had a pretty cold April as the 1-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber. And the 2-1 pitch way inside, and Schwarber had to just get out of the way as it almost hit his foot. And that makes it a 3-1 count. Schwarber's DHing tonight, as out in left field is Jake Cave. The 3-1 pitch to Schwarber, and Schwarber just gets underneath it as he pops this one out to left center field, and going over to his left side to make the catch. Right in shallow left center field for the second out is Jonathan Daza. And there's 2 away. So the Phillies had a couple of opportunities to get Turner and Schwarber to get on, but, well, there's 2 outs now in the bottom of the 5th. As Nick Castellanos, who started off the 4th inning by getting on with an E5, he comes up with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 5th. And the first pitch is taken down low for a ball. Nicky C, batting .282 on the season. The 1-0. That is a high strike on a curveball at 78 miles per hour by Davis, who now has 90 pitches. He threw about 35 in the previous inning. The 1-1 pitch to Castellanos, outside and low for ball 2. Lots of fans standing on their feet at the bank. They are waiting to erupt. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The windup and the pitch by Davis. And Castellanos lines that one back up the middle for a 2-out single. He rounds first, but he'll stay put over there as Daza will throw it to the cutoff man. Trejo at shortstop, and, well, there's a 2-out single by Nick Castellanos. Another big base hit. Another good piece of hitting by Castellanos as he was just able to take a fastball that was right down the middle, and he put a lot of barrel on it, and now we have a pitching change as Noah Davis's day is done. So we'll get you more info as to who's coming in for him in just a little bit, but we do have a pitching change. Alrighty. How about the Cubs beating the Dodgers today, 13-0? You see that? Jeez. That's wild. Also, if you guys just subscribe to my channel, be sure to shout yourself out. I don't always get the notifications. I didn't get the one for this time. We got to him late. Yes, we did. But wait, are you saying bad day for him? Yeah, bad day for him. He did not pitch so good today. So Noah Davis, well, his day is done. He had 92 pitches, and, he gave up a couple of runs back in the 4th inning. As Suter now comes in, and he will be pitching in relief for him, but the runner over at first base, Castellanos, is still his responsibility. The Phillies have left 5 men on base. They are 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Davis went 4 2/3. He allowed 6 hits, 1 earned run. He did have 5 strikeouts on 92 pitches. And now coming in relief for him will be Brent Suter, who's now 33 years old. He's a lefty from Chicago, Illinois. He's He's been struggling as of lately, but in his last outing against the Pirates, he went 1 1/3 of an inning. He did allow 2 walks, but he had a strikeout on 27 pitches. But before that, he has given up at least 1 run in his last 5 outings. Here we go. Brandon Marsh comes up to the plate now for the Phils. Suter really is a tall guy. And the first pitch, that's in the dirt and outside for a ball. Castellanos takes a lead off at first base. Marsh did get a single after the E5 that got the Castellanos on to start off the 4th inning. The 1-0 pitch. It's laid off by Marsh as it was outside and low. An 83-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. They probably meant to say 93, but... Huh. 2-0. Up high. Well, the home plate umpire is going to call it a strike. It looked really up high. But regardless, it's a 2-1 count to Marsh. Defense playing at a normal depth for Brandon Marsh. Throw back over to first is not in time as Castellanos just gets back in there safely. Suter is 6'4". He stands at 213 pounds. The 2-1 pitch. Way up high, and Marsh takes it. Oh, but it is 85 miles per hour. Wow. He has such an interesting windup. The Brewers let him go. He was really dominant with them last season. 3-1 pitch. That's fouled back towards the screen. And it's a full count to Brandon Marsh. Phillies trail 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs. Castellanos takes a lead off at first. It's a full count to Marsh. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the payoff pitch. Outside for ball 4. Good take by Brandon Marsh. And that is the 2nd time that he has gotten on today, as Castellanos will go into scoring position. It was a good take by Marsh as he laid off the slider that was outside and away. And the 5th man will come up to the plate now, and that's JT Realmuto. JT got hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance. Can the Phillies try to get some runs here? 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the first pitch to JT. He takes it for a outside corner strike that just got a piece of the plaque of the strike zone. The 0-1 pitch. On the inside corner for a called strike. And, man, certainly Alex Tossi has another controversial call there as JT is shaking his head. That pitch was way off the plate. That is way off the plate. Even Tom McCarthy said that. No balls, 2 strikes to Realmuto. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And JT is retired, and that'll do it. So the Phillies leave runners at first and second. They can't get anybody home. And we go to the top of the 6th inning as the Phillies trail 3-2. Oh, boy. That was a really bad call. And see, I have to tell you, like, it's pitches like that, like when there's a bad call, that changes the entire approach of the at-bat. And I'm not, like, trying to defend JT for swinging at that pitch, but there's a different sort of mindset. You know what I'm saying? So, that was a big strikeout. All right, so who just came in? Brent Suter. So I got to write that down. Yeah, this is a big scorecard. But I like it. What else do we got going on? The Blue Jays are up 4-1 against the New York Yankees. That game is in the bottom of the 6th inning. How about the White Sox scoring some runs against the Tampa Bay Rays? It's 7-5 in the bottom of the 6th in Tampa. What else do we got? We got Pirates and Reds. It's 4-2 in the top of the 8th. The Reds are up to bat. And then we got a scoreless game out in Baltimore as the Tigers and the Orioles are facing each other. That's in the top of the 7th inning. Then the Braves taking on the defending champs, the Houston Astros. That's a 2020 World Series rematch right there, as the Braves are up 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. A's are losing to the Texas Rangers 4-0 in the bottom of the 2nd. Brewers taking on the Red Sox. It's scoreless in the top of the 3rd. The Nats and the Twins are scoreless in the bottom of the 3rd. And then later tonight, we got the Royals and the Angels taking on each other at 9:38 p.m. Eastern Time. The Padres and the Diamondbacks will be playing at 9:40. And then we have 2 games at the 10 o'clock hour. It's the Cardinals and the Mariners at 10:10, and the Mets at the Giants at 10:15. And then the Miami and Cleveland game ended up getting postponed. Here's Jurickson Profar. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out twice. The 1-0 pitch. That's on the inside corner for a called strike. Don't forget, if you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe as well. Hit the bell icon too, so that way you know when I upload or when I go live for a game or for a podcast. The 1-1 pitch, that's fouled back towards the first base net. Just got over the cameraman. So he tried to get out of the way and did. It just was lined right over the camera. Pretty expensive piece of equipment there. I wonder if they have insurance. 1-2 pitch. Way up high for a ball. You think that they do, but sometimes I wonder if they're freelancers or if they're, just a part of the Phillies. Those people probably are a part of the Phillies because they're in the dugout, so that's what I would assume, but 2-2 pitch, inside and low for ball 3. Forgot to also mention that Aaron Nola is back out there for his 6th inning of work. He has 70 pitches now as Chris Bryant waits on deck. Profar up at the plate, he's 0 for 2. It's a 3-ball, 2-strike count. And the payoff pitch by Nola. It's just fouled. There's a little dribbler right behind home plate. So besides the 3-run home run that was given up to Ryan McMahon in the first inning, Nola has been pretty sharp. The 3-2 pitch by Nola. Swinging a line drive over to the right field side, and it goes right into the stands for another foul ball. Lots of souvenirs tonight. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. And the payoff pitch. Up high and outside for ball 4. And Nola issues his second walk on the day. That's the first time that Profar just got on. And Chris Bryant steps into the batter's box. Only 23 balls from the 73 total pitches by Nola. So his strike-to-ball ratio has been pretty sharp. First pitch. That's down below the knees for a ball. Ten seconds left on the pitch clock. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0. Swinging the line drive out to left field, and it is caught on a line by Jake Cave. And there's the first out as Profar had to hustle back over to first base. And Bryant will line out to left field to be the first batter retired by Nola in this inning. And now Charlie Blackmon comes up, the Phillies killer himself. He's 34 years old now. And the first pitch he sees is taken on the outside corner right at the knees for a called strike. Blackmon is the DH for tonight's game. He's actually 36 years old. I stand corrected. Has a birthday on July 1st. No balls, one strike. And the pitch, that is way inside and almost got a piece of Blackmon's jersey. But he just got out of the way of it. Well, Noel's been locating his pitches just fine, but besides the home run and besides the start to the sixth inning, it's been a little bit of a different story. The 1-1, just a little bit up high on a 94-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball for a ball. It's a pretty good view. A nice bird's-eye view from right behind home plate. Throw back over to first base is not in time to get Profar. Profar still does have a lot of speed on the base paths. "78 pitches by Nola. He's allowed 3 earned runs. He has 3 strikeouts and has only surrendered 4 hits. 2-1 pitch, just a little bit outside on the knuckle curve at 78 miles per hour. It's 66 degrees in Philadelphia. Clear skies. The 3-1 pitch, just a little bit outside for ball 4. And you start to wonder now if Caleb Cotham is gonna kind of come out to just talk to his pitcher or try to get somebody warming up in the bullpen. This might be a good time to do that. And Cotham is now going to go out there to talk to his pitcher. So there's runners at first and second as Blackmon got on with a walk. That's actually the second time today that he has gotten on. They say that walks can be a pitcher's worst nightmare. And you have to start to wonder if somebody's going to get warming up in the bullpen pretty soon. So Profar goes over to second. Blackmon's over at first. There's 1 out in the top of the 6th. The Phillies trail 3-2. The Rockies are still up to bat. It's 8:51 p.m. Eastern Time. We've been going at it for an hour and 40 minutes as the game started at, 7:05? What's up, guys? And now a tough customer comes up, and that is C.J. Cron, who had a 2-run home run in last night's game, and he's hitting the barrel pretty sharply. First pitch to Cron. That is on the outside corner for a called strike. That's a pretty long time out on the mound. But regardless, it's an 0-1 count. Cron has struck out and lined out today. Lined out to center field. Profar leads off at second. The 0-1. It's in the dirt, and good job by JT to go over to his right side as it was outside and low. And he made the backhanded grab as it bounced in the dirt. Noel's 29 years old. His birthday is on June 4th. He's allowed 3 runs so far. The 1-1 pitch. That is up high and inside. And Cron gets out of the way. They have some great shots of the crowd tonight. The 2-1. There's a little tapper over bat to Nola. The throw to second. There's one. The throw bat to first. It's in time for a 1-4-3 double play. And Aaron Nola gets himself out of a jam. As we go to the bottom of the sixth, the Phillies still trail 3-2, but a great play by Nola. Wow. A 1-4-3 double play. Nice. Yeah, I saw that, Star Wars. I saw that, my guy. I just called it. That was big. He needed that. Yes, he did. Better late than never. You know, I have to give you guys a lot of credit because coming on here like every day, for those of you that have been coming on for a while just to like tune into my stuff, like I know that it's been a lot. And, you know, this is really how it goes in this field, you know? Like if you're not focused on the career first, especially like when you just get out of college, like the mindset has to be there because as you get older, the things that you do now, so many people have told me that if I take advantage of opportunities now, or if I get started now, the path gets a lot easier as I get older. And so that's really why we've been putting out so much content, and we still have a lot more coming up. So, you know, just really want to establish myself and, you know, continue to work really hard and, you know, provide you guys with the best content possible. You know, nonstop. Exactly. Man, like the grind never stops, Rising Rhino. Exactly. But it's for you guys too. You know, it's not just for me. Like I always say that we're a family. Thanks, dude. All right, bottom of the sixth we go. Bohm comes up, and the first pitch, he grounds it over to shortstop, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch by Suter, who's still out there. It's really only 2/3 of an inning he's pitched so far, but I was just going to say a second inning of work. You're doing 6 games this weekend? Oh, my gosh. Are they all XFL? Wow. Or NBA, too. First pitch to Jake Cave. It's taken down low for a ball. Dude, you've been putting out a lot of good content, too. Cave is going to bunt at the next pitch, and it goes foul right to the on-deck circle, the Phillies on-deck circle. And it's a 1-1 count. So Bohm grounded out to shortstop. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nobody on. 1 out for the Phils. They trail 3-2, and Cave takes that pitch high and deep to left field. Profar gets underneath it, takes a couple of steps towards the warning track, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Every time I see the sponsors come up, I always think to myself, Phillies baseball is brought to you by, but I don't have any sponsors on here yet. You know? So I'm like, I keep thinking, like, every time I look at a monitor, because when I call a game, it's like, sometimes I think to myself, well, that's my cue to talk about the sponsorships, but nope, I don't have to do that for this. You think I've been doing this for like 4.5 months and it would get easier. But that hasn't changed. Here's Edmundo Sosa. 2 balls and no strikes. Nobody on, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. And the 2-0. Just a little bit up high for ball 3. Stott waits on deck. Sosa flew out to center field. The 3-0 pitch. It's taken right over the middle for a called strike. So Sosa struck out and then just missed a home run in his last at-bat. The 3-1 pitch. Sosa just gets underneath it, and it's fouled back towards the screen. And got to give Suter a lot of credit because he's been locating his fastball really well. Payoff pitch. Outside and high for a ball 4. And Sosa gets on with a 2-out walk. That is now the 4th time in a row that the Phillies have gotten a base runner on with 2 outs after the second out was recorded. First pitch to Bryson Stott. That's taken for a high strike over the upper third part of the plate. So Stott is 0 for 3. He ended his hitting streak, his 17-game hitting streak, not too long ago. The 0-1. Up high and outside for a ball. Got to see Bryson Stott play for the Jersey Shore Blue Claws a couple of years ago. Throw back over to first is not in time. And the one thing I really liked, and I said to a lot of people when I was calling games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, and I saw him, is that he's very versatile. He's good defensively. The 1-1 pitch. There's a slap baseball back up the middle, and the throw over to first is in time. For out number 3. So, Phillies get Bryson Stott to ground out over to shortstop on the 6-3 putout. And we go to the top of the 7th as they leave one man left. Phillies still trail 3-2. I meant to say that ball was slapped back up the middle. But, whatever. Stott, 6-3 ground out. Okay. Is Nola done? Did they say that Nola's done? I don't know. Let's see here. Let's update this. Don't forget, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon too, so that way you know when I upload or when I go live. I really appreciate you guys for coming on here and for being a part of this, man. We go on for Sixers games, Sixers games, Phillies games, and Patriots games, and we do podcasts as well for the Flyers, the Patriots, the Sixers, and for the Phillies. Okay, so I'm doing 6. Embiid is going to be out for Game 4. I see. Is that official? Because I heard from somebody else that all the superstars were going to play. I'll have to look at that another time. Why am I a Patriots fan if I love all Philadelphia teams? Well, that's a really great question. I'm happy that you asked that because I never really got into the Eagles when I was really young. So, because of that, I don't have anything bad to say about the Eagles franchise, you know. But I got into the Patriots because that was the first football game that I really sat down. It was Patriots and Ravens. It was the first game I actually sat down to actually watch, and somebody forced me to do it. I was late to an event, and I was over at a friend's house, and they were like, "Well, you missed the Eagles game, so we don't care what football game's coming on. We hear you talk about sports, Jason, and you don't really talk about football that much, so we got to sit you down in front of a TV." So that's how that worked. And I was glued to the eyes of Rob Gronkowski. Here we go. First pitch to Ryan McMahon, who hit a 3-run home run back in the first inning and scored all 3 of the Rockies' runs. Drove in, I should say. Scored 1 run. The 1-0 pitch. Nola's back out there for his 7th inning of work. It's a knuckle curve that is taken on the outside corner for a called strike. McMahon held all the way. So Nola has 86 pitches on the evening so far. The 1-1 pitch. That's fouled back right behind home plate, and it goes over the net. So we'll be on for tomorrow afternoon Sixers game at 1 o'clock. We will not be doing the Phillies game after that because we'll be doing our post-game show, which I'm excited about. That would be the first time I'll be able to get you guys to come on here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 pitch. It's fouled back towards the first base side. and it just goes over the dugouts. Nobody on. Nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. The 1-2 pitch, that is poked down the left field line, and Cave gets right over to the baseball, and he'll make the catch on the run. There's only a couple of empty seats at the bank. Not too many. It's like you got to play where's Waldo as to finding those empty seats. 1 out in the top of the 7th. The first pitch to Diaz is outside and low. Elias Diaz is 0 for 2. He struck out. He also popped out. Over to first base. 1-0 pitch. A ground ball over to third base. Sosa fields on the hop. Backhanded throw. Throws over to first in time for the second out. Did I just say backhanded throw? I meant to say that he fielded it with the backhand. He threw a rocket over at first base. To first base. 2 outs in the top of the 7th now. The first pitch to Harold Castro is a changeup on the... Thought it was on the outside corner, but graphics operator says it's a 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch. Line drive, foul down the third base line. So McMahon flew out to left. Diaz flew out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That is skied out to shallow left field. Cave gets underneath it, takes 2 steps over to his left, and he makes the catch for the third and final out. 1, 2, 3, go to the Rockies. And it's now stretch time here at the bank as the Phillies trail 3-2. I'm going to take a very quick step off because I got to stretch myself and I got to drink some water. I'll be right back. Nine outs left for the Phillies. They trail 3-2. As we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icon, too, so that way you know when I upload or when I go live. And, yeah, man, appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys for being on here tonight. Not a whole lot of noise by the Phillies. Excuse me. That was a little bit embarrassing. But hopefully they can try to tie things up here. Jess. What's up, Jess? Thanks for coming on here. I appreciate it. So Turner will be leading things off. It's 2, 3, and 4 coming up for the Fightins in the bottom of the 7th inning. Lots of people at the bank. You guys hear me okay? I heard a little bit of static in my ear. Huh. Here's Denilson Lamet, who used to play for the San Diego Padres. He's coming out there in relief now, though. Used to be a starting pitcher. In the first pitch, that's taken right at the knees for a called strike. Thank you. I appreciate it. So Turner singled back in the third. Phillies have 2, 3, and 4 coming up. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss on a slider that was outside in the way. And Turner has gotten fooled on the sliders today. And to Nelson Lamet, that's why he's out there, because he throws a lot of those. The 0-2, outside and low for a ball. Huh. I wonder why this is so staticky. I'll have to play around with it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Outside and low again. That time he went with a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. How about now? Nope. Huh. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. In the dirt for ball 3. Schwarber waits on deck for the Phillies. Trying to get the tying run aboard. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. As Turner goes chasing after the slider in the dirt. And he is retired. So Turner struck out on a payoff pitch his last time up, back in the 5th inning. And, well, it's the same result and the same story here in the 7th. Kyle Schwarber steps into the batter's box. He popped out to center field in his last at-bat. And Schwarber rips this one high and deep to right field. Forget about that one. We have a tie ball game. A solo home run by Kyle Schwarber. That's home run number 5 on the season. And it's 3-3, and the bank is lit right now. Fans on their feet. The Philly fanatic is going crazy. Marsh and Schwarber doing their little handshake. And Schwarber gets high fives from everybody in the dugout. Man, that was a pitch that he just did not miss at all whatsoever. It's 3-3 now, and Castellanos takes the first pitch way up high and inside for a ball. What a swing by Kyle Schwarber. We got some sound. Yep. The 1-0 pitch. And Castellanos swings and misses at the slider. Castellanos got on with he reached back on base in his last at-bat with an error over at third base. The 1-1. Up high and outside for ball 2. So the Phillies were down 3-0 as they gave up a 3-run home run to Ryan McMahon back in the top of the first inning. Nola, that was his only 3 runs that he gave up. Other than that, he's been pretty spectacular. 2-1 pitch. Castellanos will ground this one over to third base. McMahon fields on the hop, throws over to first, and a good dig out by C.J. Cron to get the second out of the inning and complete the putout over at first. Marsh now steps into the batter's box. Marsh batting 5th tonight. In the first pitch, it's on the outside corner for a called strike. He took a slider right at the knees on the outside corner. It's no balls and 1 strike. Marsh is 1 for 2 on the day. Lamet winds up and the pitch. On the outside corner again, another slider. He's thrown about 5 straight sliders. Nobody on. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 0-2. And Marsh just stays alive. It actually the end of the bat ended up getting a part of Jonathan Daza. And Daza seems to be okay. And play does resume now. No balls, 2 strikes. The windup by Lamet and the pitch. And Marsh will pop this one up in foul territory towards the third base side, and it just gets out of play. So Brandon Marsh was acquired last season by the Phillies at the trade deadline in a trade for Mickey Moniak, the former first overall pick in the 2016 draft, and Logan O'Hoppe, the 0-2. And Marsh will lift that one high and deep to left field, and Profar dives, and he makes the catch. What a catch by Profar, as that ball just died out in left field, and Profar went right towards the line and dove over to his left side to make a big defensive play for the third and final out. But the damage is done, and Kyle Schwarber tied the game up with a solo home run in the bottom of the 7th inning, as the Phillies answer back, and it's a 3-3 game as we go to the top of the 8th. Oh, boy. Gideon. What's up, Gideon? Of course you're welcome here. Why wouldn't you be welcome here? Everybody's welcome here. If you just subscribed, make sure, if you want to, shout yourself out, man. Shout yourself out if you just subscribe to my channel. What's up? Oh, man. We got a ball game. That's what's up. Let's take a look at the basketball scores and the hockey scores. Who just subscribed? I got a notification this time. Oh, Gideon. Gideon, thanks for subscribing, Gideon. I appreciate it, man. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for coming on here, my guy. Sir Anthony Dominguez coming in? Okay. Yep, I see it. I see it, my guy. I have it all up to date. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Let's take a look at the hockey scores real quick. NHL scores. Wow, the Hurricanes and the Islanders are already tied. Bruins lead 2-0. Gosh. The perfection line is just so good. They really are. Thank you, Kyle. Yes, man. But thank you, Gideon, for subscribing to my channel. If you guys haven't done so already, also, if you go down below into the description area, you can join the Discord server. We're gonna start taking calls during post-game shows, and we're gonna start doing that tomorrow. So if you guys want your voices to be heard, come on. What you waiting for, man? Let's have a conversation. We can also continue the sports chat off the air, too. Sir Anthony Dominguez comes in. This is going to be his 9th game that he's pitched this season. He has a 10.8 ERA, but he has done a lot better over his last couple of games. First pitch. That's fouled back towards the screen by Jonathan Daza, who grounded into a double play. It was a 1-4-3 double play, and he also popped out, too. The 0-1. This time it's popped up towards right field. Castellanos has to run in at the very last second, and thankfully he makes the catch. I guess he thought that was going to go back a little bit, and, well, he ended up running in about 8 steps or so. There's Brad Hand warming up in the bullpen, the former Philadelphia Philly, who's now in the bullpen for the Colorado Rockies. Alan Trejo steps into the batter's box, wearing his silver batting gloves, and the first pitch, swing and a miss on a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. So that was a fly out to left. And the inning, the 0-1, ground ball to third base. Sosa fields it on the hop and throws over to first in plenty of time for the second out of the inning. Good job by Sosa. over at third again. No, I'm from South Jersey, right outside of Philly. So, what was I gonna say? So we had a fly out to left. Was it a fly out or was it a ground out? I think it was a ground out to second base and then a ground out to the third. All right, Jurickson Profar comes up now. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody on, 2 outs. And Dominguez winds up and the pitch. Outside and high for ball 2. Oh, you're from Center Valley. Cool. The 2-0. In the dirt for ball 3. 100 miles per hour on the gun. That's actually the first time this season that I've seen that he's reached 100. Bryant waits on deck. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 3-0. It's right at the knees on the inside corner. 99 on the gun by Sir Anthony Dominguez. I was kind of surprised that Profar decided not to swing at it, even though it was a 3-0 count. 3-1 delivery. Swinging, well, that's fouled back towards the screen, and Profar's helmet came right off as he went after the fastball at 99 miles per hour again. It was a 3-0 count, and now Dominguez has worked his way back to a full count. Big pitch coming up here by Sir Anthony Dominguez. And the payoff pitch. Inside and low for ball 4. He did go with a fastball, but he lost velocity on that pitch. And that'll put a runner over at first base with 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. That's actually the second straight time that Profar has gotten on with a walk. And now time is being called as Chris Bryant is being introduced as the hitter for the Colorado Rockies now. Caleb Cotham is going to go out there to try to calm down Sir Anthony Dominguez. Mundo Sosa also meeting him on the mound as well. Gregory Soto is still warming up in the bullpen. He started to warm up as soon as the inning started, and you have to think to yourself that if Bryant somehow gets on base, Soto will probably come in to face Charlie Blackmon. And the home plate umpire, Alex Tossi, is going to go out there to break up the conversation, and he does so, and everybody will now go back to their spots. The defense is playing at a pretty normal depth against Chris Bryant, except that Bryson Stott is playing up the middle. You would think that he'd be doing that too, because Bryant is somebody that tends to utilize that area a lot. Bryant comes up, the first pitch, inside and high for a ball. One ball, no strikes. Bryant 1 for 3 on the day. He is singled back in the first inning. And the 1-0 pitch. There's a ground ball over to shortstop. Turner fields it, throws it cleanly to first base, and that's in time for out number 3. No runs, 1 man left for the Rockies, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. The Phillies are all tied up at 3 apiece. As Realmuto, Bohm, and Cave are coming up for the Phils. All right, so he's 1 for 4 now. That was a ground ball over to third, or to shortstop. Time is it 9:22? Now the game has been picking up. Oh, you're sorry you're late. I was working at the office today, but I'm glad that I got to catch your scream. Love seeing your growing success, my friend. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. You know, we gotta collab sometime, my guy. We really, really do. I'd like to get you on here sometime. Probably after the Sixers season is done, because then my schedule will lighten up a little bit. Do you keep your own scorecard? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. So my dad actually got me a new one because, you and I know that as broadcasters, we're always taught for baseball that it's so good to just keep score. So I do have a little scorecard here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Nope. Where do I have to hold it so that my camera can see it? Nope. Yeah. Oh, wait. Hold up. Right here. Right here. Can you see it? Let's turn this off. There we go. Up, 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 up. This is a green screen effect, so that's why it does that. There we go. You can kind of see it. Okay. This is why green screen effects are a thing. It's pretty big. All right. You recognize the book. Yeah. This is a big one. My dad actually just got this for me. He ordered it for me. I had a much smaller one, but to be honest with you, I actually like the bigger ones. First I thought it was gonna be a little bit questionable, but it ends up fitting fine on the desk. You believe me. Thanks. Brad Hand comes up. Okay. Well, Brad Hand will be on the mound for the Colorado Rockies, and JT will lead things off for the Phils in the bottom of the 8th, and Realmuto will foul that pitch back towards the screen. So Brad Hand, the former Philadelphia Philly, also ended up competing in a World Series with the Cleveland Indians at the time, back in 2016. The 0-1 to JT. That's downstairs for a ball. So JT lifetime in his career against Brad Hand is actually 1 for 10. He has struck out 5 times. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock on the 1-1 pitch. And JT takes that one right at the knees over the middle of the plate for a called strike. That was certainly a pitch that he could have drilled. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the delivery. Swing and a miss. Nope, you just got a piece of it. Just got a piece of the end of the bat. It's tapped foul by Realmuto. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And JT lifts this one high and deep out to left center field. That is a chance, and it just hits off the very top of the wall. Realmuto will easily get into second base. And he will stay put over there with a stand-up leadoff double. That was a laser out to left center field, and maybe if it was a couple of more feet higher, if it had a little bit of a higher launch angle, that one would have gotten out of here. But a good piece of hitting by Realmuto as he took that one for a ride and got it to hit the very top of the wall out in left center field as it actually hit the 387 mark sign above the Giant logo. Wow. Alec Bohm comes up. And Bohm will pop this one up out to shallow center field. Second baseman says he has it, and he'll make the catch for the second out. So Castro just got underneath it, and Realmuto not going anywhere as the throw goes back over to the shortstop. And Realmuto was obviously safe. Double by JT, and a pop out over to second base. That was a big hit by JT, as he's now 2 for 11 in his career against Brad Hand. Here's Josh Harrison being introduced as the new pinch hitter for the Phillies, and the first pitch is way up high for a ball. So Jake Cave, his day is done as he went 1 for 3 on the day. Because Hand is a lefty, they're going with a righty here. The 1-0 pitch laid off by Josh Harrison as it was inside and low for ball 2. Jose Alvarado warming up in the bullpen. He's hoping that the Phillies get the lead here so we can come out and close the ninth. The 2-0 pitch. It's on the inside corner for a called strike to Josh Harrison. So Hand is now 33 years old. He's 6'3". He weighs 224 pounds. Just had a birthday back on March 20th. Realmuto leads off at second base. And the 2-1. And he goes over to third base in there safely. As the pitch was down low and inside, and JT swipes third base. Sometimes it's really hard because you can't necessarily see if somebody is getting out of the picture and then stealing a base, because you have to just rely on the cameras that they're giving you, the camera angles. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Realmuto over at third base, and the 2-2 pitch. That is lifted high and deep to right field, but it hooks foul. Harrison just got out in front of it. Not by much. He's 3 for 9 this season with runners in scoring position, and now the infield is playing in towards the grass area. Realmuto now 90 feet away from home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch to Harrison. Harrison swings and misses and strikes out at a 94-mile-per-hour fastball. And he's not happy with himself. So that gets rid of a sacrifice fly opportunity. So now the Phillies have to get a hit here. And Edmundo Sosa now comes up. Realmuto over at third base after getting on with a leadoff double. And he stole a base with 1 out. First pitch to Sosa. Sosa lifts that one high and deep to left field, and it's going to be caught, right? Is that caught? Oh, nope, they rule it as a base hit. They rule it as a base hit. It was a diving stop by Jurickson Profar, and it just hit the grass. An RBI single, and that gives the Phillies a 4-3 lead. Oh, man, that was a tough play, and I wonder if they're going to review this to see if it actually did bounce in front of Profar's glove as he was diving right in front of the baseball there. But nonetheless, it was a good piece of hitting by Sosa. He looked at the ball to center field. I thought for sure it was Tom McCarthy thought it was a hit for sure, but it hooked down. But now the Phillies have a 4-3 lead. In the bottom of the 8th. That was a little bit unorthodox. Oof. So an RBI single by Edmundo Sosa. Here's Bryson Stott now. Sosa over at first base. Alvarado's going to come in for the 9th. And the second pitch is taken over the middle of the plate for a strike. Let's see here. I think it just bounced into the glove. Not by much. Profar almost made a heroic catch. The 1-1 to Stott. It's down low and outside for ball 2. Phillies lead 4-3 in the bottom of the 8th inning on the RBI single by Edmundo Sosa. The 2-1 pitch to Stott. And he takes that one for a high strike. Over the middle of the plate, a 93-mile-per-hour fastball. You came back, but you got to win. You got to win. Let's get some more runs here, too. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Stott. And that one gets in the dirt, and it's going to get past the catcher, Diaz. And going in the second base is Bryson Stott. For Edmundo Sosa. Stott's still up at the plate. Why am I doing this? I'm even getting thrown off guard here. So now Sosa is in scoring position, and a base hit up the middle could bring home Edmundo Sosa here and give the Phillies some insurance, which would be huge too. 4-3 Phillies lead. They were down 3-0 on the 3-run home run by Ryan McMahon back in the first inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. And the payoff pitch to Stott. And he just stays alive. And, well, that got a piece of Diaz, too. That's like the second foul ball that just got a piece of his hand. He says, no, I'm good. We can play on here. Hand with 19 pitches in this inning so far. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the payoff pitch to Stott. And Stott will pop this one up. Thankfully, it goes right into the seats, though, behind home plate, as it was a high pitch. On deck is Trey Turner. He has struck out twice, but he's 1 for 4. Another long at-bat by Bryson Stott here. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the payoff pitch. In the dirt for ball 4. And Stott gets on with a 2-out walk. Phillies not done yet. They lead 4-3 in the bottom of the 8th inning. And now the pitching coach will go out there to talk to Brad Hand. This actually might be the end of his day. So Trey Turner will be coming up now. Phillies lead at 4-3 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Alvarado still continues to throw every once in a while. So they're going to keep Brad Hand out there still. And Trey Turner will come up for the Phils, and everybody goes back to their spots. That is the first time that Stott has gotten aboard today. So the Phillies were down 3-0. They scored on a balk, an RBI single, and they ended up getting a solo home run by Schwarber and an RBI single now by Edmundo Sosa. Here's Trey Turner now, and Turner takes the first pitch just a little bit inside for a ball. Turner is 3 for 9 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs this season. Sosa takes a lead off at second base. The 1-0 pitch. Turner grounds this one just fouled down the third base line. And everybody, Sosa was actually rounding third base and going over to second with Stott. And, well, they're getting their exercise and they have to go back to their spots. Defense in a pretty normal depth. The 1-1 pitch by Hand to Turner. And Turner pops this one up. It's in foul territory towards the first base side. And Crone makes the catch for out number 3. But the Phillies get an RBI single from Edmundo Sosa. And they take a 4-3 lead as we go to the 9th inning. It just bounced right in front of Jurickson Profar's glove. That would have been a terrific catch. A timely hit. I'd forgotten what those look like. Bro, it was almost robbed. It was literally almost robbed. All right, so Sosa gets the RBI single. I said that. And Turner just popped out to a first base. Okay, top of the 9th inning we go. Can the Phillies hang on here? Alvarado is going to come in to close the 9th inning. He has been the Phillies by far their best pitcher overall. Whether you want to say relief or just overall pitcher, he is so dominant. Nola went 7 strong innings today. He allowed 3 earned runs, all on the 3-run home run by Ryan McMahon back in the first. Nola had 3 strikeouts, but he only allowed 4 hits. And actually 3 of them were in the first inning. He only allowed 1 hit since the first inning, which is really impressive. All right, Alvarado. Here we go. He will be coming in, and the first victim he's going to face is Charlie Blackmon. CJ Crone is on deck, and Ryan McMahon is in the hole. Yes, Lawrence. Alvarado, 27 years old, just had a birthday on May 21st. We'll have a birthday on May 21st. I got confused because today is April 21st. Ay. But nonetheless, he's a lefty from Venezuela. He has a 1.08 ERA. Christian Pache comes in for defensive purposes out in left field as he will sub in for Jake Cave, and Jose Alvarado steps in. He has not allowed a walk this season, and he has 18 strikeouts, which is just almost unheard of to start off a season for a Phillies pitcher. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. He'll be the first hitter. The Phillies killer steps into the batter's box. Phillies lead 4-3 in the top of the ninth. Last chance for the Rockies. The first pitch, a 98-mile-per-hour fastball down Broad Street. And it's taken all the way for a strike. Blackmon is 0 for 4 in his career versus Jose Alvarado, and he has struck out once. The 0-1. It's in the dirt. A cutter that was at 94 miles per hour. It was outside and low. A .48 whip Alvarado has. JT gives the signs and the 1-1 delivery. There's a ground ball over to first base. Bohm wins the race to the bag, and there's one out to start off the ninth. That was a 98-mile-per-hour fastball located in a perfect spot, and he dared Charlie Blackmon to hit it. And Blackmon did make contact, but it was a ground out. So Blackmon is retired to start off the ninth inning. C.J. Cron comes up. He's 0 for 3 on the day. He struck out, lined out, and grounded to a double play. First pitch is fouled back towards the screen. 100 miles per hour on the gun by Jose Alvarado. Fans on their feet. The crowd is pretty loud at the bank. Probably can't hear it in the background. The 0-1. Up high and outside for a ball. Alvarado gets set, winds up, and delivers the 1-1. That is just a little bit inside for ball 2. He went with a cutter at 94 miles per hour. Oohs and ahs at the bank. If the Rockies do somehow, someway tie the game, Daniel Bard will come in for the bottom of the ninth, their closer. The 2-1, inside and low for ball 3. And here's a sight that we haven't seen so far this season. A 3-1 count for Jose Alvarado. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 3-1 pitch. That's fouled back towards the screen. The 99-mile-per-hour fastball down the middle. And Cron will call for time here as he steps out of the batter's box. Cron just got a piece of the fastball. Fans on their feet. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes to C.J. Cron here. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. The windup and the pitch. And that's fouled back towards the screen. Another 99-mile-per-hour fastball. And Cron will stay alive here. Cron homered in last night's game to give the Rockies a 2-0 lead. Here's the payoff pitch. That's fouled back again. He had reached triple digits on that pitch, Alvarado. But Cron is not going down without a fight. The 4th straight payoff pitch coming underway. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch. Swinging a line drive. Caught over at third base by Sosa. What a catch by Edmundo Sosa. On a line, he played it perfectly. And Cron lines out for out number 2. The athleticism, the reflexes, and the stamina over at third base by Sosa. And now that leads things up to Ryan McMahon. And the first pitch is taken down Broad Street for a called strike. 2 outs in the top of the ninth inning. McMahon had a 3-run home run back in the first. The Phillies have scored 4 runs since. And the 0-1 pitch. That is in the dirt and outside for ball 1. Nobody on. 2 outs in the ninth inning. Phillies lead 4-3. They need one more out here to tie the series at 1 apiece. The 1-1 pitch to McMahon. It's outside and low for ball 2. Hearts are racing. Fans are standing. Except the one person that's like literally right behind home plate. The 2-1 pitch. That's popped up towards the infield, and Sosa will make the catch for out number 3. And the Phillies win by a final score of 4-3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night in the top of the 9th inning by Jose Alvarado. And he gets the job done. And the Phillies have evened the series at 1 apiece as they come back and win by a final score of 4-3. And the player of the game, well, you can give it to a couple of people. You can give it to Aaron Nola for going 7 strong innings, besides giving up the 3-run home run back in the first inning. He was great. The bullpen was really good as well. The Phillies got timely hits by guys like Edmundo Sosa, and even Brandon Marsh got on a couple of times. How about Kyle Schwarber with the home run to tie the game up back in the 7th inning? But Sosa is the player of the game on NBC Sports as he went 1 for 3 at the go-ahead RBI single back in the 8th. And to be honest with you, he had almost missed a home run too a little bit earlier in the game. So the Phillies win 4-3. They will be back tomorrow afternoon. We will not be back tomorrow afternoon for the Phillies game. We will, however, be back for the Sixers playoff game that they will be playing against the Brooklyn Nets. We'll be doing that tomorrow afternoon, so make sure that you join me for that. If you enjoyed my play-by-play call tonight for the Phillies game, we got some fun Sixers basketball games coming up. Man, I'm excited. But we'll be back on tomorrow afternoon for the Sixers, and then we'll be back on Sunday for the series finale for the Phillies in this one. All right, so that's going to wrap things up here. The Phillies win by a final score of 4-3. They had 9 hits on the day. And, yeah, man, I'm Jason Joseph. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icon, too, so that way you know when I upload or when I go live for a Phillies game, a Sixers game, a Patriots game, a Flyers podcast, a Sixers or Patriots, or a Phillies podcast as well. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys a lot, and I will catch you all tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time for tip-off of Game 4 of the Sixers-Nets series.